It's episode 3. It's episode 3. This is Anna Christina sharing tools of hope with the Resilience Builders. Here we go. We're gaining momentum. We're taking steps that we know that we need to take. And really what we're doing is building the toolbox that is filled with instant resets, simple rebuilds, and an unexpected refreshing. Today we're going to talk about one of my most passionate foundations for resilience. It's not just about self-care. When self-care isn't enough, what you need to know is how to build resilience. You know, I was talking to somebody this last week and she says, yeah, have you read this book? This person said that resilience isn't where it's at. It's about agility. Yeah, absolutely. It's about agility. I like that. I like that. It's about flexibility. Yes, I like that. You know, regardless of what you call it, I'm going to use the term resilience. I don't actually use that word a lot in my teaching. I've realized that. I don't use that word a lot in my books. I realize that. And the reason is because I'm busy teaching tools to build resilience. I'm not busy teaching you the dictionary definition of resilience. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. That's what I was built to do. So here's the deal. Here's the foundation of resilience. Number 1, instant resets. When you master the art of instant resets, that creates flexibility in your behavior. That creates flexibility in how you show up. That creates flexibility on how you sound. That creates flexibility on how you feel and how people feel you, right, when you come into the situation. So what we want to do is start practicing more and more the instant reset in the middle of the tough situations, because it's honestly, it's easy to be happy when things are good. It's hard to show up the way that you want to show up when things are crashing down, when things are tough, when you're stuck. So what we want to do is master the art and the science of the instant reset. Number 2, we get to step into, we get to look at, we get to listen the voice of the simple rebuild. There's an art and there's a science to rebuilding. My background is in construction management. You know, I've gone in front of these rooms. I have 2 rooms that really stand out to me from speaking back when we could gather, right, pre-COVID, and 2 rooms. One of them, and I don't know where the picture is, it was absolutely phenomenal. I was teaching at a naval base in Jacksonville, and it was a wall of windows. It was absolutely incredible looking out onto a river. It was just a stunning room to be able to teach in. There was another place that was really gorgeous, and it was at a national convention, and we were looking over a river, again in Florida, a different city, I can't remember which city, and there were dolphins in the brackish waters, right? So where the ocean meets a river, and it was absolutely stunning. Like, these dolphins were right outside the room where I was teaching. I come from Colorado. There's no ocean and there's no dolphins here. So it was so cool. So you have these kind of memories, but the bottom line is we get to decide how we show up. And how we show up not only depends on the instant resets that we use, but it also depends on how we've rebuilt. And my background's construction management, and sometimes it's funny because I go to I go to these conferences and they're like, have you been fire? You've been an advocate? You've been EMS? You've been military? I'm like, nope. And, but I know how to build. I know how to build. And I know how to rebuild. And we can apply those tools anywhere. So I moved from building houses to building people. And what we know is that the rebuild sometimes takes a little bit of demolition. Sometimes we need to move out the garbage bags so that we can paint the room, right? And make it look nice and smell nice and feel nice. And so the rebuild sometimes is a matter of problem solving. Sometimes it's a matter of reframing. Sometimes it's a matter of taking a new perspective on something. And sometimes it's a matter of doing some release work. It's the rebuild. But what we're going to do is we're going to find simple ways to rebuild ourselves so that we can go from escaping from a tiny island in Alaska with the clothing on our backs, me and my children escaping from a very dark, very violent marriage, or looking at that situation and saying that escape fueled my rebuild. Does that make sense? 23 years ago it happened, but 23 years ago, that mess, those ashes have become now beauty, where I can be training at military facilities. I can be doing national trainings for first responders. I can be doing national trainings for victim advocates and counselors. So we can choose that idea of beauty from ashes, and that's the rebuild. That's a simple rebuild. So then there's the instant resets, the simple rebuild, and then there's the idea of the unexpected refreshing. Because see, once you start to rebuild, and once you are able to push past and press into those things that you've been fighting for a lifetime, and be able to get past those, right, that have been holding you back and chaining you back and keeping you prisoner, whether you're really fully aware of it or not, you can get this remarkable, unexpected refreshing. You start to notice things that used to bug the tar out of you. And all of a sudden, you're reacting to them differently. You're responding to them differently. And you can start to bring your whole self into situations. Life looks different. Life sounds different. Life feels different. You look different. You sound different. You can sound and be more confident once you've run through the process, right? And you can feel, and you really become the woman that you were built to be. Here you are helping everybody else. But the fact is, once you learn these tools and get these, really, some of them are hacks, some of them are biohacks, some of them are mental hacks, some of them are emotional hacks. We get our emotional thermostat under control. We get our thoughts under control. And my specialty is simple tools. That's my passion. That's my enthusiasm. And so we're going to be going after that. The instant resets, the simple rebuilds, and the unexpected refreshing. So my question to you right now is, what's the one thing that you could do right now? Let's say within the next hour of listening to this, okay? What's the one thing that you could do within 1 hour that would give you an unexpected refreshing? For me, and I don't ever turn it on during recordings, I love water. And that's a fountain behind me. It's made out of granite, stone, and copper. And I turn it on because I love water. I love the sound of water. I love the look of water. It brings life into my office, the sound, the look. It gets a little bit more humid, so you can even smell a little humidity for my orchids, which you can't see. I have a tank of orchids behind me. But I want you to look for an opportunity for unexpected refreshing, even if it's only for 60 seconds. Look for an opportunity to get yourself refreshed. This is Anna Christina. Go ahead and click subscribe, click the notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.